Hey everybody, wanted to do a video about my safety harness system this year. This is a kind of a new product that I figured I'd get a lot of questions about on my hunts, so I thought I'd just cover it in a video right now and get it all out there what it actually is. This is a new Treestand kind of rock style harness that's made by a Treestand or a hunting manufacturer called Tactisaddle, and it's actually called the TBWP harness for tree stands. Tactisaddle is primarily a saddle company, but Jason Samkowiak, who you guys saw on the podcast, it's been weeks ago now, he actually designed this with a guy named John Tucker who owns Tactisaddle. So it's a really good product. If you guys are into rock climbing harnesses, it's kind of what this is, but it's a little bit more made for bow hunters. And this is how I'm running it this year. I have everything on me. I would get out of my truck and put this on, and then I would run it just like this. This has my lineman's belt as well as how I tie in to the saddle. And you tie into the front, and I'll kind of demonstrate it real quick how I'm going to do it this year. And all this stuff could change because I'm this is my first year running it, but so far I really like how lightweight it is and how simple it is. So the first thing I have on me here is my lineman's belt, and I just have it wrapped around me a couple times. And it kind of helps keep everything up, so it's not falling down when you're walking in and stuff. I don't think it would anyways, but I have it wrapped around me. So I'd get to my tree, and when I'd start to climb, I would take this lineman's belt, wrap it around the tree. They have real nice big lineman's loops there, and then I have this is just a ropeman and a carabiner. So then I'm strapped in, ready to climb up, put my stand up and all that stuff. So that's my system there. This lineman's loop here, or lineman's belt, I like it to be, I just have it already strapped in. On the other side here, these lineman's loops have like reflective orange straps on them so that you can see them real easy. Like if you're getting down in the dark and you look down with your headlamp, they'd shine so you can see them. And they also it's real important to make sure you get that carabiner in there good, which is nice that they're great big loops you can't really miss. Some of the other manufacturers of safety harnesses, their lineman's loops are really tiny, and these ones aren't. I can fit my whole hand through my lineman loop, so I like that about it. So now I'm going to get up from the stand and kind of pretend like I just climbed up in my stand. I'll show you what I do from there with this this harness. Okay, so I always keep my rope man on my right side, just because I'm right-handed for the most part, and I can adjust it real easy with my right hand. That's your personal preference. But I would step up in my stand with my my lineman's belt around the tree still, and how I actually do that is I would try to lift my lineman's belt above my stand when I strap it on. You got to be careful not to strap yourself into the stand whenever you have a lineman's belt on. So make sure this essentially this lineman's belt is above your strap on your tree stand. So I would keep myself tied in with my lineman's belt, and then that's when I'm going to take my the part where I tie into my, I guess if you want to call it a tether, into that's on the front here. These are all arborist knots. I'm not going to tell you what they actually are because I'm not an expert on knots. You have to look those up yourself. I'm not responsible for any of the knots you guys tie to hang from a tree. But all I do is I just tie. I'll be honest with you, I can't even remember what the name of this knot is. I've tied it so many times, I just do it naturally. And I probably have it a little tighter than that actually, just out of practice, being the first time I've tied one in a while. Something like that. Okay, so now this knot isn't going anywhere. It's a knot that, like, arborists would use, rock climbers use. Can't remember the name of it though. Anyway, so then I take my lineman's belt because I'm now connected here. Take that off. All this excess rope, I just kind of wrap it around and tie it off. That way it's not flopping around. This, I'm going to come back around here I like it. I like the ropeman and all the metal pieces to actually be on my right hand side, and then I just take this and kind of just tuck it in out of the way. The reason I like it on my right hand side is so when I'm shooting and stuff, there's no chance of anything really getting hit or any noise being made right here. And that's it. And then I'm sitting down here hunting, and I'm all tied in. So a lot of things can happen with this harness. If I'd have it a little bit tighter, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten this up a little bit. All right, what is kind of nice about this system, and I ran something kind of similar to this last year a little bit, is you can use it as a saddle a little bit. I've never actually done this, but it does provide you with a little bit of room to be able to kind of lean out and shoot behind you. If something would come behind you, where I wouldn't really be able to do this with a regular safety harness. Same thing over here. I can kind of lean into it a little bit and feel a little safer going this way. Obviously, you want to make sure everything's tied in nice and tight, just like you would with your saddle or anything. But that is an option. If it would come down to that, you'd have a little bit of wiggle room to shoot around a tree or something behind you. Yeah, that's about it. I like it because honestly, like sometimes whenever you have a safety harness, this particular scenario doesn't bother me myself. But I know a lot of guys don't like the feeling of like floating out here without feeling some tension on their harness. And this allows you to kind of tighten that up a little bit to where you feel like you have you know, a little bit of tension on your waist, to where it's kind of holding you against the tree and not have that feeling of floating. So if that bothers you, it may be a good option for you to have something like this. But yeah, this is going to be my safety harness setup for the year. If you guys like it, I'll put the info of it down in the description of this video. Seems like a good product. Like I said, this is going to be my year of reviewing it, but I really like it so far. As far as ropes go, this is like some sterling rope or something or another. I don't know. Alex from Latitude Outdoors suggested it to me. So it's a kind of a thinner diameter rope. This is actually an old muddy lifeline from way back in the day. I've used it for quite a few years. Probably need to get a new one, but it doesn't seem to have any frays or anything, so I'm going to keep using it. So yeah, guys, that's my safety harness setup this year. Something else about these I forgot to mention, they do have MOLLE straps back here, so if you wanted to put a pack or pouch or something back there, you could, to keep all your ropes. But yeah, that's all there is to it. I'll show you real quick how I would hop down out of here real quick. Obviously, I put my lineman's belt back on, then untie this if I wasn't a foot off the ground. So after I would untie this, I'd have my lineman's belt off around the tree, and then I'd just start wrapping this back around me. Since I have love handles, keeps a real nice spot for it. And then I just tie it back around the around where it connects on the front, and just rides that like that all the way back to the truck. No issues at all. So that's my safety harness. Hope you guys learned something from the video. Hope you like the content, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hey everybody, if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe right here. And if you like the clips, I got 2 more options for you. 2 options right here. Subscribe right here. See you guys.